Now please welcome gnidan, Head of Engineering.
So I'm here to solicit pull requests. Just mostly kidding. I'm here to talk about Truffle's engineering practices and our efforts of late and our focus. So I'll start with focus. We've kind of been looking at a number of things. Tim's already talked about all the integrations we're doing, and so we're kind of focusing on access, understanding, ease of use, and extensibility. So access, we have to provide access to a number of different blockchain platforms. We also need to provide access to the information in your projects, right? So how do you get that information better? And then understanding, how do you understand that information? But also, how do you understand Truffle itself? Because like developers using tools, you want to be able to make sure that you can trust the tool. You know, Truffle and the Truffle suite of tools do a lot of things for you, and you want to feel comfortable with that. So we're focusing on that. And Josh talking about usability and ease of use. We want to continue to add sensible defaults, make it easier to configure, have good error messages wherever we can, and good messaging just all around. And so, I should probably be using the clicker. There's a pen or such for that. Anyway, recently what we've been working on, in Truffle we've been doing a lot of refactoring, ton of internal improvements. I don't know, someone tell me how many callbacks have we removed lately? 1,000 in our code base? I don't know. But yeah, so we're doing things like we have a new Truffle interface adapter. That's where a lot of the code's going to go for these integrations. It's a central point in the code base. You can override for particular networks and get most of Truffle features to just work out of the box on a different network by adding a new network type there. Another thing to highlight is our debugger's been really getting so much better. We have support for all Solidity data types, including internal function pointers, and that's getting used all over the Truffle suite. So on Ganache, if you've seen the blog post or went to the workshop, the Ganache team has developed and implemented an algorithm for calculating gas costs that's an order of magnitude faster than existing implementations. It's pretty cool. This is really cool. We're hoping that other projects like Parity and Get use the algorithm because it's so much faster. So we're developing that, and we'll be publicizing more about it in blog posts about specific implementation details and whatnot. We have TypeScript typings in Ganache now, so that's neat. Yeah, you can use Ganache inside the TypeScript project, so that's nice. This fork debugging, we discovered that bug in 2017 and finally fixed it this year, which is really exciting to me. Besides all these features, we've also been integral, the Ganache team with their expertise building a JSON RPC blockchain simulator, right? Ganache was used in finding the Constantinople bug. The security team that found that bug used Ganache to show how to reproduce it. And so that kind of led us into participating in the core devs call, and I think we even contributed to the JSON RPC improvements. So that's really neat. Drizzle's really been finding its own. I'm really excited about the stuff that Drizzle's doing. I don't know if anyone went to the Microsoft workshop yesterday, you saw the VS Code extension is now auto-generating contract interaction forms, so you can see the state of your contract and then just click a button, and that's all automatic and done with Drizzle. That's really cool. We have now Vue.js support, so that besides React, and now you can take Drizzle state management and use it in a different architecture on your front end. And the new project is Drizzle Utils. It provides stream-based programming, RxJS observables, and sometimes that's pretty cool. So we're hoping to take Drizzle Utils and put it everywhere, of course. But more on that later. Also, go to Adrian's talk if you want to hear more about this. So what's up? Well, TruffleDB, we're working very hard on. That's going to provide a way to access your project information better, and it'll provide historical data. It'll provide a flexible interface. We're using GraphQL for the interface, so you can get exactly what data you want. And we're going to make it agnostic to backend. So Truffle's used flat JSON files forever, and we're going to continue to support that. But maybe you want to share your project information with other people on your team, and so maybe you want it in a relational database inside Truffle Teams. And so we're designing TruffleDB with that use case in mind. in debugging, well, we have syntax highlighting. That's really cool in our command line debugger, but I think it might be trumped by the VS Code extension that now integrates Truffle debugger natively with the mouse. So, but still, both are really you can debug your tests. You'll be able to debug your tests, like put a breakpoint inside your Truffle tests and automatically get into the debugger, so you don't have to manually paste the transaction hash. You'll be able to debug calls this way and creates as well, which you wouldn't be able to do. And I'm probably over time, but I'll briefly touch on Truffle Codec, which is our decoding library. We're already using it in Ganache for contract introspection, but it's getting expanded to do event decoding and ABI decoding and encoding as well. And we're going to be replacing our current decoding logic and encoding logic with this because it provides more than what we're using today. So that's pretty cool. We're going to have that documented and you'll be able to use it in your projects. On Ganache, well, I believe you've heard about our Corda efforts. We're going to have Corda flavored Ganache. And besides typing for TypeScript, we're refactoring it in the course of building this integration. We're refactoring it to be written in TypeScript to provide more reliability. We're working on performance improvements, complying with the EIPs, and we're going to bring that forking feature, now that it fully works, to you in the UI. So on Drizzle, we're consolidating into a monorepo. Since Drizzle's growing and finding its own, we're bringing that into one place. You'll be able to find the code and have a central place to contribute to its development. And besides that, though, we're building a components library, so you'll basically have your contract forms automatically in the web. And this is all gearing up for Drizzle 2.0. So that's about it. I'll leave you with one more note. Thank you very much.